Sonnet 101 by William Shakespeare, 1564 to 1616. O truant Muse, what shall be thy amends for thy neglect of truth in beauty dyed? Both truth and beauty on my love depends, so dost thou too, and therein dignified. Make answer, Muse. Wilt thou not haply say, truth needs no colour, with his colour fixed, beauty no pencil, beauty's truth to lay, best is best, if never intermixed? Because he needs no praise, wilt thou be dumb? Excuse not silence so, for it lies in thee to make him much outlive a gilded tomb, and to be praised of ages yet to be. Then do thy office, Muse. I teach thee how to make him seem long hence as he seems now. Okay, this is an extension of the previous sonnet, Sonnet 100. In both of these sonnets, William Shakespeare, the Bard of Stratford-upon-Avon, is talking to the muse of poetry. He's complaining that he's got writer's block, that he's unable to, or it's been some time that he has written about the fair youth, this young man who Shakespeare is in love with. Well, Shakespeare is still in love with him, but the relationship has changed. Shakespeare is not as motivated as he was at the beginning. At the beginning, Shakespeare was head over heels in love with him. Now Shakespeare's a little bit more hesitant, but it's been some time since he's written about the fair youth, and Shakespeare is haranguing his muse of poetry, that he's not writing poems about the fair youth, and he's not immortalizing his beauty for future generations. So this is effectively Shakespeare musing about truth and beauty, and truth mixed with beauty, because Shakespeare thinks that truth is nature. Nature is the poet's truth, and the cosmetic beauty of the youth is nothing. It's truth hidden behind beauty. So it's true goodness, true beauty that's inside, and he wants to bring that out. And he's saying that beauty no pencil, beauty's truth to lay, that the cosmetic beauty, the visual beauty of the youth is one thing, but truth in beauty is something else, something more. So, O truant Muse, what shall be thy amends? Okay, this is, as I said, it's the continuation of Sonnet 100. So, truant Muse. Truant is somebody who doesn't go to school when they should, or doesn't go to work, or doesn't do their work when they should. So, absent Muse. Yeah, you've been away, but you should have been here. What shall be thy amends? How are you going to make amends for this situation? How are you going to make up for thy neglect of truth in beauty dyed? So how are you going to make up for neglecting your descriptions of the beautiful youth? And here he's talking about the beautiful youth as truth in beauty dyed. So truth in the form of the beautiful youth, because Shakespeare thinks that the beautiful youth is the epitome of truth. Well, at times he doesn't, but this is what he's trying to say. Both truth and beauty on my love depends. So both truth and beauty depend on the fair youth. The fair youth is the epitome of truth in the form of somebody beautiful. So dost thou too, and therein dignified. So the fair youth is the epitome of truth, and he's certainly something that the muse ought to sing about, the muse ought to write about. And he's saying that the muse depends on the beauty of the fair youth, and the muse is dignified by talking about the fair youth, that these are things that the muse should be doing. And he's really blaming his writer's block for onto the muse, saying that the muse is stopping him from writing. So truth and beauty depend on his love, and also so does the muse. And the muse only exists because of the fair youth. The muse exists to describe the truth and beauty in the fair youth, because truth is the thing that a poet should describe. Make answer, muse. Answer me, muse. Why have you neglected the fair youth? Wilt thou not haply say, truth needs no colour with his colour fixed? So, are you going to tell me truth doesn't need describing? Truth doesn't need describing when it's attached to beauty, when it's part of beauty, when it's part of the youth. So the youth doesn't need describing, because the truth and the beauty in him are very clear. Beauty no pencil, beauty's truth to lay. Beauty, or here, truth and beauty at the same time don't need a description of it, a description to sing about the beauties, about truth. It's something that exists, but best is best if never intermixed. So the best is always the best when it's not mixed with other things. So beauty does not, perhaps the muse will say that beauty does not need words to describe it, that beauty doesn't need a description. And this is the fair youth is truth in beauty, and the truth and the beauty in the youth are both very clear to see. And this is the best, and if it's not mixed with words or mixed with anything, it just is the most beautiful. And maybe maybe the muse will use this as its excuse. Because he needs no praise, wilt thou be dumb? And now he continues. He said, he asked the muse, but because he doesn't need praise, because he's beautiful, does that mean you're not going to talk about him? You're not going to wax lyrically about the beauty and truth of the fair youth? And he's still blaming the muse for his lack of ability to write about the fair youth. Excuse not silence so. Don't use that as an excuse for your silence. That's not reasonable. For it lies in thee to make him much outlive a gilded tomb. So it's your responsibility to describe him so that he outlives the beautiful tomb where his body will lay when he dies. It's up to you, muse, to produce poetry that will make him immortal, that will make him live forever, and to be praised of ages yet to be. So it's the muse's job to help help the beautiful youth outlive the tomb, to live longer than the tomb, to be immortalized. And it is this is the muse's responsibility to praise him, and that he doesn't think that the excuse that beauty needs no praise because it's clear, it's just blindingly clear, is not a valid one, because we still need to immortalize him. Then do thy office, Muse. Do what you're supposed to do, Muse. Come on. I teach thee how to make him seem long hence as he shows now. And here he's saying to the Muse, I will teach you how to do your job. I think this is very proud that Shakespeare is going to show the Muse how to immortalize the fair youth, to make him seem the most beautiful thing in the world, to make him look in the future as he looks now. Maybe this is Shakespeare's way of perhaps removing some of the guilt he feels, because he doesn't really want to write about the young man, because the relationship has cooled, and it's a way of maybe making him feel less guilty by blaming the Muse for not doing what it's shown. But he's saying, Muse, I will teach you how to make him look as he looks now, and like that, you can immortalize him. But I think it's very, very proud of Shakespeare to say he's going to teach the Muse to do it. Anyway, enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Sonnet 101 by William Shakespeare.